I know it sounds easy. It's like, oh, just get up early. That's like the worst advice. Oh, here are my 10 morning habits. Here, what do productive people do? And it's okay, yeah, but how do I do that? Hey, I'm you, or it could be you, or maybe I'm you 20 years later, but you don't want to be stuck and you don't want to be in bed rotting. So if that's you, keep watching the video. If you're listening, this is to find out how to get unstuck. Also, if you don't know, I am Jakey Wakey, the author of Something Is parentheses not close parentheses wrong with you, and a music artist with tracks out on all of your favorite platforms as Jakey Wakey, but only one capital J and one capital W. I can't believe I have to say that. So before we get too deep on getting stuck, I just want to talk about what stuck is. Feeling stuck is not having the motivation to do the things that you know that you want to do, like the goals that you had in the back of your mind that you wanted to accomplish, beating yourself up too much, just negative self-talk, procrastinating. It's all that stuff. Being afraid of what other people think, being even afraid of being successful or accomplishing your goals. That's a thing too. You can be completely lost, just no idea what you're doing. Like you just feel lost. And a lot of this comes down to being overwhelmed. In modern society, we have too many options and we just become overwhelmed. And so part of the strategy to get unstuck is just figuring out how to minimize overwhelm. So if you have fewer decisions to make, then you can get back on track much easier. Just one second. And then also, if you're like super stuck, it can affect your career, your relationships, and just your general sense of well-being. So I've just discovered this is a thing. And honestly, this happened to me when I was younger. And so maybe it is like part of becoming an adult. You feel the responsibilities start to creep up on you and the weight of the world, all of that stuff and how crazy everything is. And you don't want to get out of bed. Like you really just stay in bed. And I would assume that the main reason that you can't get out of bed is because your dopamine receptors are shot. Dopamine is responsible for your sense of reward for accomplishing things. And if you feel like you already accomplished things from scrolling on TikTok all night the night before, then you've just fried your dopamine receptors. So the obvious way to fix that is to get off your phone. It's easier said than done. I get that. But there's something to be said about putting your phone in another room. Like I still struggle with this. Okay, so I'm not perfect. But even just last night, I did not go on my phone when I went to bed. I have to have my phone around because it's my alarm, but I didn't get on it. Well, I usually do. I usually just stumble onto YouTube, try to just clear my brain, try to just defocus and just let somebody talk to me in my ear. And you're probably listening to this at night. So if you're listening to this at night, turn it off, but make sure you give me a like on the way out. That is the time that you need to plan what you're going to do the next day. That is what going to bed is. So if you go to bed and you're listening to somebody else's plan about what they're doing in their life, then you're automatically comparing yourself to them. And then when you wake up, you feel like garbage because you're not as good or accomplished or whatever it is compared to the person that you were listening to / watching the night before. So I think it's really good to have that just hour or even two where you're not on any device or watching any TV before you go to bed. I think I'm just going to keep diving into being stuck and what that's like. Because part of it can be if you don't know what your purpose is. And I have a whole video on the Jakey Wakey channel about finding your purpose. But it really comes down to knowing your why. Like, why do you want to do something? And then also, it's just sometimes you just know. Like when I was in first grade, I could not concentrate on the work because I just kept hearing songs in my head. And the teacher was like, why are you not doing the work? Like, why are you not answering the question? They called my parents in and everything. And they're like, I don't know why it's not working. And it's just like, I have music in my head. There's songs in my head. Like they were so clear back then. And so for me, my why has always just been there underneath. Like it's just always been, okay, you need to make songs. So for me to wait so long to start to do that in the last year or so, I'm starting to make songs and release music. And this is a solution. And I'm going to explain how I'm doing this. And I think there's probably a better word than the word I'm going to use. And I'm going to explain it. So just keep watching how I've forced myself to get unstuck. And we're going to get into imposter syndrome and we're going to get into all that stuff. But like for now, like if you're really just stuck, like you have to do the smallest step. You have to do the smallest thing. And the smallest thing is get off your phone at night. Get off your phone in the morning. Like if you wake up and you just immediately open your phone and start scrolling, You're not going to want to do anything the entire whole day. If you can wait an hour before you check your phone, it makes a huge difference. In fact, I've been getting up like an hour earlier and I'm not even looking at my phone to check the time because I know that that light, that glow is going to just suck me in and mess me up. So I'm just turning the alarm off and then I'm just getting up. I know it sounds easy. So just get up early. That's like the worst advice. Oh, what do productive people? Here are my 10 morning habits. Here, what do productive people do? And it's okay. Yeah, but how do I do that? You know, and I think just a big part of it is having that plan in your mind the night before, like I said earlier, and then not getting on your phone first thing because it just does something. We're not aware enough because when we wake up, we feel bad, right? You just naturally feel like, ugh. In general, most people, when they wake up, they feel kind of blah. And so when you open that phone, you're automatically getting that reward. And it's like having your coffee like right away. Like it's just that reward. So you're getting that phone reward and then you're going to your coffee and you're getting your coffee and then you're getting that reward. So you've already feel like you've accomplished a bunch of stuff and you haven't done anything, like literally nothing. You have not done anything, but you feel like it. And so it slows you down. It slows your momentum down. So keep watching. I'll tell you the third thing. Keep listening. Podcast people. There's a third thing. The third thing is get your body moving. Your body needs to move. Your body needs to know that you're awake. And so this can look different for different people. I don't recommend trying to go to the gym and be a gym bro if you're just completely out of shape or you completely just never worked out your whole life, because that's basically what I did. I just never worked out. Pretty much my whole life didn't work out. I would do like little sprints every once in a while, every few years of a couple of weeks. But it's not a habit that I built in to my routine. And it's something very recent that I've been doing. It's something I made up, but it's called minimum viable exercise. And there's another video, I'll link to that. But basically, just move. Just get out and do something. If it's walk, if it's jump on a trampoline, which is my favorite, I just do that because it's fast and it gets all of the blood moving, the lymph nodes moving, all this stuff draining out, gets everything going. And you just do a short exercise. I don't recommend doing anything too intense. Just do something that you can say that you've done, and then you already start to build dopamine in the slow, good way. Do you feel like you've actually accomplished something because you did? So that's the third thing. Exercise, don't be on your phone, and plan the night before, just in your mind, just a little bit, like some of the stuff you want to do in the morning. So that's it. If any of this is resonating with you and you're really curious about getting unstuck, please, this is like brand new content. I have no idea how this is going to do. Make sure that you follow, subscribe. I don't know what this is, if this is a podcast, but this is episode 0 of the, I guess we could call it the Something Is Wrong With You podcast, but whatever it is, just follow. And then if you want more details about this, keep watching. There's going to be more episodes coming out very shortly. And if you really want to learn more about how I got unstuck after age 40, after being stuck for 20 years, go ahead and get the book Something Is Not Wrong With You on Amazon or Audible. And, I personally am a fan of the audiobook because I did it myself and I added a few things here and there. Anyway, so hopefully we'll catch you in the next one. And if you're feeling stuck and like you feel like none of this is helpful, or if you're feeling stuck, let me know where you're stuck. If you're feeling stuck, leave a comment. Let me know if you can identify with feeling stuck, or if what is the thing that makes you feel like you can't do anything. Because I'm really curious, because I've been trying to help people also in my songwriters group, like trying to get people motivated to actually finish some stuff. So just let me know what is the thing that makes you feel the most stuck, and just go ahead and put that down in the comment or even send me a message. I'm just really curious, and we'll catch you in the next one.